Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. This is a comment section response video. I do have a playlist that says comment section responses, and that's basically when someone leaves a comment under one of my videos and I believe that comment is worthy of creating a video because other survivors probably are in the same or similar boat. All right, so this response is for Christian Carrington and anyone else that it would apply to, where the comment is, yes, I am lonely because I want to be with the narc, and I am stuck because I thought I was enough. What's wrong with me? I can't be happy because I feel drained. Okay, now this comment was left under a video that I did earlier today titled Examining Loneliness. And in that video, one of the scenarios that I presented was, are you a person that says, okay, I don't want loneliness, but then you try to squeeze it out of a source that doesn't want to reciprocate it to you? Are you turning away from sources that actually can help you get out of the loneliness to try to get it from a source that's not going to reciprocate it? So, Christian, this comment alone lets me know that your true loneliness, obviously, it's stemming from yourself. So I'm going to just say that first of all, your true loneliness is stemming from within yourself. All right, so let's go ahead and break down your comment and I'll address, because you said a lot in this little bit of a statement. You said a lot. So first you said, yes, I'm lonely because I want to be with the narc. So let's stop there. You feel like you're lonely because you want to be with the narc, when in actuality, the narcissist is adding to your loneliness because they're unable to give you a healthy connection and have true intimacy and actually give you love. So you're not lonely because you aren't with them right now and you want to be with them. You're lonely because you were with them. You're going to be lonely. And because you're still desiring it, it's going to continue, because the narcissist is not going to give you a healthy relationship anyway. So yeah, because you want to be with the narcissist, that's adding to your loneliness, because you want to have a relationship with the narcissist. But once you're in that relationship with the narcissist, it's not going to take your loneliness away, is basically what I'm trying to say right now. Then you said, and I'm stuck because I thought I was enough. So now you're basing your self-worth and you're measuring your worthiness based off of the acceptance of this narcissist. When a narcissist doesn't even accept themselves, and our self-esteem should be coming from self anyway. So the way other people are treating you should not determine your self-worth in your eyes, okay? So the true stuck is being able to know who you are and stand in that, and not let that be adjustable based off of external or things outside of yourself, okay? And then you said, what's wrong with me? What's wrong is that you don't have adequate self-esteem, adequate self-confidence, adequate self-awareness. All right? And your standards as well are probably, chances are very weak. And then you said, I can't be happy because I feel drained. Well, drained, as far as being physically tired is one thing, and then emotionally drained, which will make you feel physically tired as well, is another kind of drain. And so we're going to assume that you are emotionally drained. Well, let's think about what's at the root of that drained feeling. Is it because you're trying to force an issue with a toxic person? You're trying to force a connection that's not for the betterment of your life. Is that why you're feeling drained? You're trying to force the issue of something that's not for you. Not only is it not for you, it's toxic in your life. Because you're never going to be enough for the wrong person. And no matter how you can't make people love you that weren't meant to love you. You know, people try to manipulate connections, but what's for you ultimately is for you. And even when people are manipulating, i.e. the narcissist, it's typically short term for them, or even if they're able to stretch it out because the other person has fallen for their illusions, or now the other person has become so toxic that they're just feeding off of each other, it's still going to have that end date because it wasn't ordained by the highest. It's not ordained. And if it's for a season so that you could see something that you need to see about yourself, some lessons that you need to learn through that toxic relationship, then it is what it is with that as well. But take your lessons. Don't drag out that relationship, because that means you haven't learned your lessons yet. Because now you want to start the cycle all over again. So the true root of your loneliness, Christian, is yourself. It's not because you do or don't have this other person in your life. And it's because you want that person that you're going to continue to feel drained and lonely, because you're seeking the things that aren't going to nourish you. That relationship isn't going to nourish you. What you're doing to yourself right now is not going to nourish you. All right, so I hope that this video response is giving you some things to think about as far as the true source of your loneliness, the role that the narcissist will play in continuing to increase that feeling within you, and that drained feeling that you have when you're with a toxic person like a narcissist who's an energy vampire, sucking from your life source and taking and taking and taking and not putting anything nourishing back in. That's going to leave you off balance and it's going to leave you drained. So it's all connected. It's all connected in a negative way. All right, so, you know, this narcissist is bad for you. You have to do some shadow work within yourself. And you have to replenish right now. You got to replenish yourself. This toxic person has sucked you dry. Now you have to replenish with a lot of self-love. And it looks like you're missing that right now because you're trying to get it from a toxic person. All right, so that's what I need you to see. And anybody else that's feeling along these lines. So I hope this video is helping you, Christian, and anyone else that's in this type of situation. If this video resonates with you, go ahead and hit the like button. If you haven't done so, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. Hit the bell so that you're notified when I upload videos, which is quite frequently. I do have a support group for those survivors of narcissistic abuse, and that's under Lakia Reflection and Progression Crawford, and that's on Facebook. Inbox me and let me know that you're a survivor when you send your request. I've written 4 therapeutic books, guys. They're available through my website, LakiaCrawford.com, where you can get signed copies. You can also get them on Amazon.com, BarnesandNobles.com, and CreateSpace.com, but they will not be signed copies. You can get the ebook and the hard copies, though, through those sources. All right, I have no Narc Zone merchandise on my website, LakiaCrawford.com, as well. Matching t-shirts and caps, coffee mugs, mouse pads, bumper stickers. Go ahead and take a look. You can make your statement against narcissistic abuse and, you know, have fun with your fashion at the same time. I do offer coaching, guys. These are typically 1-hour sessions over the phone, over FaceTime and Skype, and I even do email coaching because writing is therapeutic. That information is below as well in the description. Therapy certainly took my healing to the next level, so I highly recommend it for survivors. You know, be willing to, you know, make that kind of investment in yourself, especially when you've made so much into everyone else. But oftentimes survivors are not used to doing for themselves and they put themselves last. But now it's time to, you know, correct that and flip the script on that type of mentality and behavior towards yourself. All right. So with that being said, continue to do the work, guys, and, you know, stop internalizing all of this. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with them? That has to be what you have to start examining with other people, or else you're going to be internalizing everything, taking more blame than you should, and not actually seeing the role that they're playing in things. All right. You need to be able to see people for who they are, and it's kind of hard to do that when you're always internalizing everything as your fault. All right. So that's a perception thing, and our perception often becomes our reality. And this is something that I say over and over and over again. So we have to be able to see the angles, but we can't if we're unable to step out of our own perceptions. All right. But once you do that shadow work on yourself, you'll be able to widen your perspectives on things because you're not going to be moving from a place of low self-esteem, for instance. All right, so keep doing the work, guys, and until next time, please take care.